Hello everyone, my name is Sheena Williams and I will be presenting a new piece of software that the division is initiating this year. The software is called Dossier. A little bit about Dossier. The product is developed by Intellimedia. The company is from Edmonton, Alberta, and we've been working closely with the senior software developer to create a version of Dossier for the SunWest School Division. Dossier is a piece of software that takes in the data that is inputted in by the staff, and then it can generate amazing charts and graphs that we can then analyze to provide a better educational experience for the students. Here are a few components that Dossier can provide. Some of them has been programmed into the SunWest Dossier. Some of them will be programmed into the future. So we have inclusive education, student learner profile, education analytics, collaborative response, digital student records, and counseling. With this, we are going to be focusing on PGs, personalized goals, this year, as well as inputting some of the assessments that you would normally put in an Excel sheet. We'll be putting it into Dossier. That way we can easily pull from Dossier and use it for analytics or submit it to the ministry. Okay, so in this part of the video, I'm going to teach you how to get into Dossier. The first thing you'll do is log into your SunWest account using Microsoft Office on Outlook. So here I'm going to be using Chrome. If you're using Edge or any other browser, you'll have to open up Dossier in the same browser on a different tab. So I've logged into my mail, and then I'm going to go into the SunWest staff right here. And here you'll notice that Dossier has been added to the page. The button is right here, and you can click on it. In the future, you might see this button down here somewhere. But right now, we're just going to click right here. And then this window pops up. So here you have the login and password. Speaking with the developer, we're not going to be using this. You don't need to type in a login or a password. What you'll do is you'll click on this button, Login with Microsoft. If you've signed into your mail, then your computer should know, the browser should have saved your Microsoft credentials, so you can just click on this button and then you'll be logged in to Dossier. The other thing you can do is, rather than go through the SunWest portal, you could actually just type in sunwest.dossiersystems.com, and then it'll go back to the login page, and then you can log in again with your Microsoft account. So I'm logged into this demo SunWest Dossier. So this is a training environment. There's not actually any real data in here, so we're not going to worry about any sensitive information. Once you're in Dossier, chances are you'll see just student profiles. You might not see dashboard or attendance, and that's fine. Student profiles is really all you need. So let's go in here and take a look. So you're going to click on this purple guy, and then you're defaulted into students. So you have these two green students right here. As you can see, we have a list of students. In your Dossier, you'll see the names, and then you'll see the student number, and then the grades. We have also asked our programmer to include a PG review date, as well as Indigenous declaration, which will be updated soon. And then there's also going to be an EAL level for the students, if that's applicable. And then also their date of birth. So here, just to note, the date of birth is going to be month, day, and year. We try to keep it consistent with the PG review dates as well as the dates in MSS. That's the formatting. So we try to keep it consistent there. So we're going to take a look at a student. So you're just going to click on a student. And as you can see here, we have the student name, we have their date of birth, their homeroom, their gender. the student number, the age, the grade, Indigenous declaration, and EAL level. Here's the profile summary. So this has to do a lot with the learning styles of the students as well as their personalities. You can feel free to poke around in here, but this is stuff that the division has talked about before. So let's look at learning styles. We have visual, auditory, kinesthetic. If you've done any of the personality tests on your students, feel free to put them in. So let's say this demo student likes to learn visually and auditory, and then save. Okay, so let's double check that that's in there. Yep, that's been saved. Okay, we also have a grit scale. So does the student demonstrate gut, resilience, integrity, tenacity, and then you can save as well. So here is the student learner profile. There's a menu of quite a few things here. We have the UIE, the DRA, the EAL levels, level literacy intervention, math assessment, personalized goals, math, reading, writing, other, phonological awareness, reading assessment, and writing assessment. So we're going to focus on personalized goals. So let's click on math. If you go into the personalized goals, you'll see that there's going to be two clickable links, and I'm just going to click on them to see what happens. So the link takes us to here, developing personalized goals, and this is a handy dandy resource to help you write PGEs if you need a bit of a refresher. And it directly takes us to the SunWest Resource Bank, so that's really handy. And then also here is the statement guide, so let's click on that. And just in case some of us didn't notice, it opens up a new tab in your browser. So you're actually still with Dossier. Right here, you're still with Dossier. It just opens up a new tab, and here we go. And then you can view the resource here. And here's a video on creating personalized goal statements. And let's go back. So that's really handy. All right, so let's say that we're going to add a personalized goal. The student doesn't have one right now, so let's add one. You'll notice that when you click on this, there's going to be a text field for your personalized goal statements. And here's progress made. So let's click on this drop-down menu. And this says there's nothing here, so you didn't assign any progress made to the PG statement. We have ongoing, we have achieved, we have dropped, moved, so if the student moved from one school to another and you weren't able to continue tracking their PGs, and then you have not achieved. So these two, the blank text as well as ongoing, we consider that personalized goal to be active. So that means that if you set this as ongoing, for example, you're going to have to set a next review date. Okay, so I've made a PG statement for this student. By March 2021, student will independently solve two-step linear equations in at least 5 forms. The progress made, let's say it's ongoing. I'm going to set the review date. So you'll notice here, again, the format of the date is month, day, and year. And then I'm going to click on that. It'll bring me to this calendar. And I'm just going to find March. So I'm going to pick a date in March, let's say the 2nd of March 2022, and then I will save. There we go. So you'll notice here that this PG is considered ongoing, and then the next review date is in March. And if I've decided, oh, I'm not exactly sure that that's the PG I want, I can just remove this PG. Are you sure you want to remove? Yes. And then now the student is down to 0 PGs in math, and then there's no data again. So that's how you add a PG. A couple things to point out. If you'll notice over here on the right corner, you'll see some student information, their name, also the number, their student number, the school that they're from, their birthday, their school again, their grade, and then student number again. So this will show up whenever you're in a student profile. If you think, okay, I'm done with the student, I want to go back to the main menu, you can just click right here, and then it'll take you back to the very first login page that you see, and then you can log out. Let's go back into student profile. Let's say you want to go back to the class list. You'll just click on the 2 happy green students right here, and then you'll have your list of students. And I think I'm done for today, so I'm going to log out also on this corner. Thank you so much for listening to the first Dossier video, and there will be more to come.